MBI.com. This is John's report. It's for the 17th of August, and we're continuing along just fine. There's really nothing to be traumatized about. I mean, you can just look at this relationship of yellow to the MBI white, and yeah, it's bullish. And I was talking to some people over the weekend. They're asking, "Why are you so bullish from such a while ago?" And it's like, well, we just go back to our weekly chart, and we've been in positive mode the whole time. When you look at these broad ranges, it's very simple from a MBI reading as well as DOC here. DOC, we look at cyan under red as the always a buy, but that doesn't always occur even in a trend move. What always does take place, though, is the separation between the MBI yellow and white. And as that spread remains like this, and particularly if you're under the 10 level for the MBI white, you're in a protracted long up move. It's when we had that breach right here that we had the little brief move. But as soon as magenta takes back over, yeah, and this is from a weekly. So not hard to follow that concept. Actually convert it to a pink bar on that just to make it visually obvious. But same thing on the daily. And you can follow it. Weakness where the white leads. And then as soon as magenta yellow take over, you're back into upswing. So same appearance right here. Pretty straightforward. Now, you can add into that red above green. And when red dips below, you're going to have weakness. So you get these different ranges built into it. It's not just that magenta dips below 33 and you're automatically into a short setup. You want to see a strong DOC where the spread between the cyan and green is a significant size, particularly usually growing towards a range near 10. As you can see there, it starts at roughly 6, then you move to 8. And what I'm looking at there is the green is negative 10, so that's 10, and then positive for the cyan. Now you're at 18. So, and look at you get the corresponding move, but you can tell from the prior one that that was where the trend was leading to, and executes that just beautifully. So these are all pretty basic and simple constructs, and it works no matter what time frame. Then you throw in your Marcanacci ranges, and you begin to get a clear idea. It's like, okay, you've exceeded new highs. High and lows are staying there. Now the lows start to rise. Well, we know that's a pressure point to pull towards the lows. Well, it's just a matter of waiting for the trigger signal. And then once it happens, your expectation is moved towards a zero. So, and then you develop, the ranges from that. In this case, that was some 75, 90-ish range to 73, 25 range, just that simple. And then the inverse. You can do that over and over. So that, same thing. You look at it from the NASDAQ standpoint here. This is where the weakness was, and the magenta took over. That's the long run. And now you have that clean separation. So, yeah, you can get, like, every time the magenta dips and you get a low close, that's an opportunity to buy. And that will repeat itself. You can follow that along right through here. Dip down, lower close, next bar high. And go back over to here, same situation. Dips down, and then next bar up high. Because you're above 33 and you're also above yellow, so you get a double whammy. But the spread between the MBI white and the green, that is probably more detailed than you want to know. But from an indicator standpoint, that becomes very clear. Oil, from its standpoint, this is never ending. The Iranians realize they have control over the situation, and they are going to extract whatever they can from it. They're suffering, but they know they can suffer. They don't care if their people starve, and that's not really an issue for them. It's about defeating the evil Americans. So they're going to maintain their thing, and then we're going to look at and say the evil Iranians, and this is how that plays out. Everybody thinks they're on the right side, and yeah, it's going to get ugly. We can see that there's a negative bias built into this. Whether that breaks or not is a different story. And that's really relative to what we see from, is there enough economic slowing that's justifying lower demand? Because that's the only thing that's going to do it. And you can see the excitement for the euro on this because, they're ready for their war footing move as they continue to be aggressive to Russia, though you're positive extremes now for this euro move. And then when we look at gold, yeah, Well, we knew this back down here was calling for a move of gold, and it was just a matter of waiting for it to break out. And it's done that. It's going to continue past the 100%. A little concerned about that one at all. The interesting bifurcation is that you just don't have the interest in Bitcoin, and this is where oil is sort of overtaken the desire to park your money in the crypto, and notwithstanding the other crypto issues of quantum this, that, blah, 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 blah. But really, the key theft and stuff was a big deal. From a 50K, well, we're still kind of exploded because of the move there. If we get into the closer nitty gritty of it, it was a pretty benign day. We started out decent, broke down a little bit, and now moving right back up into that same range. Same situation though. We had the bullish move where yellow led, NBI white, and then it flipped. We went weak. Not that much weakness though. Magenta popped up pretty quickly and led to where we're at. So it's all pretty easy to see. And likewise here, that's the 5K version of it. And you can see post-market here, we've just shot right back up. We're basically at the low of the previous range from Friday's action. That's long and short of it. A little bit detailed understanding of the indicators, though. It's always fun to get into that kind of depth. But there you have it. Trade well. Anything relevant, I'll put on the team chat.